Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to another WWE Predicts. Oh, well, it's actually the CTG Wrestlecast, what we're ever calling it nowadays. As always, you have me, GD, and you have my co-host, Hanksy. Hanksy, it's the start of a new wrestle year for us, isn't it, mate? And,
I can't believe it's the first one since WrestleMania. WrestleMania seems so long ago, doesn't it, right now?
Well, you think last year we had the whole let's go and do a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia and then do Backlash a week after.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Which I'm happy that WWE has sort of learned from that lesson. They're still going to Saudi Arabia, but they kind of thought, you know what, let's kind of not do it a week before the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, and let's not make it the greatest Royal Rumble, which I've not seen that green title ever since.
No.
But,
apart from when I've been watching YouTube to see,
just to remind us,
just to see what's his name slide under the ring again.
Oh, Titus O'Neil. Oh wow. So first of all, we were both wrong because we weren't 100% sure what this pay-per-view was going to be first, and it's Money in the Bank. I mean, it's a bit.
It's early, isn't it?
It's weird because WrestleMania, of course, it's the biggest pay-per-view of the year. Money in the Bank is arguably the biggest pay-per-view outside the Grand Slam, arguably. It's the fifth, isn't it? Really? No, it's pretty much the fifth one,
argue.
And the fact that it's got a huge interruption of the Money in the Banks. I think who won it last year? It was Alexa Bliss.
Braun Strowman won the men's last year. Braun Strowman won and Alexa Bliss won the women's. So you forget about Braun because obviously anything
with it.
Well, it was another odd one, wasn't it? Because they don't really seem to talk about it. They keep talking about the fact that winning Money in the Bank almost guarantees you, and it's like, well, not for the last 2 years it hasn't. Because 2 years ago it was Baron Corbin who got screwed over for John Cena.
Yeah,
and last year it was Braun Strowman who cashed it in against Brock. Then it turned into a triple threat, and then it was sort of like he didn't win it.
Yeah.
So
we can, but at least we can say one thing: the women's Money in the Bank has been completely 100% successful at the moment. Which we are going to be kicking off straight for first, and that is the women's Money in the Bank. We have in it, we have Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Natalya, Naomi, Carmella, a former Miss Money in the Bank, and what was supposed to be the other former Miss Money in the Bank, Alexa Bliss. But unfortunately, she hasn't been cleared to wrestle. We have Nikki Cross instead.
So,
good for you, Alexa, over there. You know what? I'm happy that Nikki Cross is in this. I really am, because I feel like she has been a little bit overshadowed since she's actually joined the main roster. And I think it's been a week. And she's kind of just, there you go, now you're in one of the main events of Money in the Bank. Good luck.
I mean, it's an interesting one, isn't it, really? Because I think, I don't know. Go on.
I mean,
that's what I was going to say then.
So, if people don't know what happened last week, of course, WWE was in our neck of the woods. It was in the UK. They ended up doing I think it was a fatal four-way match. Who was supposed to be Raw's participants in the Money in the Bank. They did a storyline saying that Alexa Bliss's
lost her luggage.
Yeah, blamed probably was British Airways. I can already see that's going to bite me back one day.
You might want to delete that.
So they said that she lost her luggage, and of course, a different side of Nikki Cross shown up, and I was looking, I'm thinking...
That was weird. For me, it was weird because they showed, she's normal, and I'm like, okay.
She's not normal. She's Scottish.
Because the thing is, obviously, I think the problem is, obviously, Sanity's been broken up.
Yeah.
Never really did anything. They never brought her into Sanity officially anyway on the main roster.
No.
They've now broken Sanity up completely. Which means her sort of mad character, I don't know if it fits. So I did wonder, when they showed her normal, it was like, oh, okay, well, it's a different way. Let's see where they go with this. But then when she came out, she was her normal self. The crazy side. So it was, I don't know where they're going with her.
Well, I can see something that they can go with her. I think they're probably going down the whole, the split personality route of this.
Yeah.
Because I think one thing that a lot of people picked up on when she did do the whole, basically being put in that fatal four-way match, that little sadistic smile at the end of it, thinking, she's either playing Alexa Bliss and she's letting Alexa Bliss think that she's playing her. And I think I like that idea. I really do like that idea. Because I want to see what was actually going to happen if Alexa were... I really got to stop saying that word. If Bliss would actually be cleared to wrestle in this match. If Nikki Cross would have somehow... Well, I've got to think she would have got herself involved in it. And she would have been chummy with Bliss for a bit. Out of it all. And then, of course, backstab her at the end. But,
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with.
But,
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, they've got to do something with her. She's good. She's always been good. She deserves to have a run, and they're going to do something with her. But it'd be interesting to see which way they go with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be just like any other female, like any other woman wrestler. I don't want that.
No.
I like the fact that she had something different about her.
The thing is, it's starting to feel a little bit... now, I'm going to be honest, they've done everything pretty much that they can do in WWE now. As for I think topped it off, you have now main evented in WrestleMania. And I'm going to be honest, I still feel like the ending of that was a little bit of lackluster. With a lot of people looking and thinking, what the hell? She won, I guess. Well done. How?
Well, it was botched, wasn't it?
It was botched. It was
botched.
And
the referee, I believe the referee was fined. Yeah, I think it was a real fine, not just a pretend fine. I believe the referee was fined. I think it was a botch. The referee, Vince, was really pissed off because this was their main event. It had been built up so big as a main event.
Yeah.
And to do a 3 count when her shoulders were quite obviously off the canvas, but not in a... It wasn't her shoulders off the canvas so we can come back to this. She can claim that, she wasn't properly pinned and, she didn't really lose. Yeah. It was a genuine botch. She was on the wrong side. He didn't see her shoulders up.
Yeah.
And I believe Vince was really, really cross.
Which you can imagine, mate. The thing is, how much money you put into that, and it's not just. The thing is, you're trying to. It was a history-making moment as well, which. Yeah. I'm going to be honest.
I do wonder.
Yeah.
I do wonder whether Ronda did it on purpose.
What? Basically screwed everything up.
Yeah. Well, she's off telling now. There was I mean, if the reports are to be believed, there was genuine heat between her and Becky. Yeah. The stuff on Ronda wasn't happy with the stuff that had been put up on Twitter. Some of that got a little bit close, and again, I believe they were told to back off because the Twitter stuff got very real. When you've got Ronda effectively saying that Becky Lynch's finishing move doesn't even work, and that it looked like she was holding a massive cock. And then there's Becky saying, "Did you see it? Did you not see this?"
I did not see that.
Oh,
bit, no.
It's great. The Twitter exchange. She said that the disarmer looked like Becky was holding a massive cock, and then Becky messaged back with a picture of it with Ronda's husband's face on the top and said, "Yes, I see what you mean." It got really close. Now, it went beyond the PG-13 limit that WWE's been going for a while, and I think it felt like there was genuine heat. So you sort of wonder whether Ronda screwed it on purpose. That was supposed to be the finish, but she lifted her shoulders too because she didn't like the fact that she was being pinned by Becky. You know, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, we'll talk more about whole Becky stuff anyway, because we've got an interesting Money in the Bank.
Two matches.
So the only thing I really find it funny about it is that, like I said, we ended up having the botch finish at WrestleMania. And I'm going to be honest, talking about history-making moments, I was looking at things that I think it was Cultaholic, who were talking about 5 things that WWE wants you to forget about Money in the Bank. And I'm going to be honest, this is going to be one of the most difficult because it was the first women's Money in the Bank match. How they actually botched that match so bad. And it wasn't even a botch. It wasn't a botch. It was
scripted.
It was scripted. It was stupidity.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they have wanted to forget it, because Carmella was talking about the fact that she's won it twice.
Oh yeah, I
technically
guess
she has.
She has technically won it twice. She's the only 2-time Money in the Bank women's Money in the Bank.
But technically she didn't win it twice because the first one was won by a chinless man.
Yes, chinless, not so wonder. I'm happy he's gone. I'm going to be honest. I really am.
Yeah. You know what? He made a bit of money, and for a guy, he's been around. I believe he's been around the industry for a lot of the guys that have genuine respect for Ellsworth.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. He was obviously put out as a bit of a joke, but a lot of the likes of AJ Styles and people like what's the commentator for NXT? Oh, what's his name? British guy.
Patrick McGuinness. Right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of
Nigel McGuinness.
Really big. Nigel McGuinness. The guys who've got some real sort of investment in the indie scene have quite a lot of time for Ellsworth, which I find is interesting. You know?
Which I'm going to be honest, more of the WWE has been coming from that side, so I completely understand that.
Yeah. He seems a bit of a journeyman, but he money for a few ones. So fair play to him.
Yeah, seriously. But anyway, let's talk a bit more about this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So I'm going to be honest. They kind of. I personally think it's been a little bit quiet myself. I think the only main thing where it kind of started hitting up was, in my opinion, the whole Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss thing. That's it. I think the rest of it was, these 8 women are going to be wrestling for that thing up there. Good luck, have fun, see you later. And I don't know if how
the two biggest names aren't involved.
Yeah.
Because obviously Becky and Charlotte are doing that. You know, we're talking about, and I think obviously Sasha Banks, who knows?
We don't know where she's from.
So actually, but you could argue after them two, I would argue the third, with Ronda out as well.
Yeah.
So the 4 biggest names within the division aren't really involved in this match. Now that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And it's allowed the likes of Dana Brooke to come in. I think it's great. Saying it now, I want Dana Brooke to win this.
You want Dana Brooke to win?
I'd love Dana Brooke to win this. Yeah. I really like Dana Brooke. I think she's had a bad. She was brought in as the whole understudy to Charlotte thing. They built her up and built her up and built her up. It looked like she was going to have a turn against Charlotte, and that looked like that was where they were going with it. And then they never pulled the trigger on it, and then she's disappeared off the telly. Obviously had quite a bit of plastic surgery by the look of it.
Yeah,
but,
and then she did a little bit with the Titus Worldwide.
Yeah, she did a lot with that and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like her to get, or Ember Moon.
Right, I'm gonna say this now. My two picks, who I feel like is going to end up walking out as Miss Money in the Bank, I'm going to say Ember Moon, of course. I completely agree. I feel like they are building her up to be this. But I feel like it's going to be Nikki Cross. I don't know why. I think
the most momentum for me. What's her name? Brain's gone today.
Bailey? Oh. Naomi. Dana Brooke?
No, Sonya Deville's partner.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Mandy Rose. That's where I would say, for me, that feels where the momentum is.
Right.
You know what? She's good, isn't she? She's good. She's back in Mandy Rose because she's good. She's got the looks which we know Vince likes.
Thanks, Vince.
She seems to have, she seems to have the momentum at the moment. The only issue is if she does win it and they take tag team picture. That seems to be again. There's beef there with Paige, isn't there?
Yeah. So you're going. Just say this right. One name you think's going to win is Mandy Rose, yeah?
Think's going to win Mandy Rose. Want to win Dana Brooke.
Right. I still am going to say I think Ember Moon's going to win. I want Nikki Cross to win. Simple enough. And according to the game, they think Nikki Cross is going to win it, mate. Don't argue with the game. I've always learned this many times.
Back to it. I always like a heel to hold this, and it's the same with the men's. When we get to the men's, I like a heel because what I don't want is the situation we had last year.
Yeah,
I don't want somebody going, "Oh, I'm going to cash it in this time at this exact moment."
I'm going to tell you.
We're going to have this match that we can all get ready for. I don't want that. I want somebody who can rush the ring, who can come out and tease it a little bit for a few weeks. So we get that. Baron Corbin did this well before they screwed him. Actually, he was the last one to do this. But have somebody coming out, rushing the ring, and you think they're going to cash it in. It's exciting, and then they don't, and they do that for a few weeks. And then they cash it in, Let's never forget what Seth Rollins did at WrestleMania. That was probably one of the best WrestleMania moments of all time, wasn't it, still? So that's what and it needs somebody who's got English personality to pull that off, I think.
Well, mate.
But, Anyway,
now that the other one's finished, let's move on to... did you hear that there's going to be a second Money in the Bank ladder match during Money in the Bank for the men's this time around? The one that no one's been listening to. Yeah. I do feel sorry for this one because a lot of people focus on the women's and why. But it still looks like it's going to be a really good ladders match for the men's as well.
It's got Ricochet in it.
It's got Ricochet in it.
We know what
he
can do.
So,
we know what he can do with ladders. We saw it in the North American title match. He's amazing with ladders. So, great.
Let's just say who is in this match first of all. So, of course, like you said, Ricochet is in there. We have Andrade, the Intercontinental Champion himself, Finn Balor. Baron Corbin's back! Yay! Mustafa Ali, Randy Orton, another former Money in the Bank winner, and Drew McIntyre. So, where do we start with this one, mate?
Every single one apart from Randy Orton.
Every single one but Randy Orton because he's just there to fill the numbers.
Every one of us would be an NXT champion. which is interesting.
Oh. Have they all been in it?
You think about it. Most of them.
Sammy's...
Ricochet wasn't. We go through them. So Ricochet wasn't. Sami Zayn's NXT champion.
Yep.
Baron Corbin, I think, was NXT champion.
Yeah, he did run it for a bit.
McIntyre, NXT champion.
Yep.
Andrade, NXT champion. NXT. So there's only two, as I say, and let's face it,
five,
if Ricochet had been held back a little bit longer, and Ricochet was North American champion.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. No offense to the North American Championship, I think it's a great championship, but at the same time, that's like the equivalent to the Intercontinental and the US Champion.
Oh yeah.
Why? Why? 1 minute.
Second title.
First of all, why is there a North American Championship when there is a US Championship over here? Is the US Championship not worth as much as the
because North America includes Canada. North America includes Canada, that's why.
Canada, you're involved in the championship now. Well done. It's like European Championship, and now look, the UK Championship I completely understand because there's NXT UK.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. But it's like, what's it called? Just coming along saying, guess what? We're now going to have a minor championship, and it's called the Wales Championship.
I think they needed an extra championship, didn't they? They needed an extra championship.
Wales.
Because, yeah.
The Jersey Championship.
Yeah, I think either way, if he'd have been, I'm pretty sure if Ricochet had been held back for another year, then he would have been NXT champion as well. So it says something for NXT, doesn't it? Yeah. And I think it's going to be. I know we said it's been a bit quiet, but I think it's going to be an excellent match. I think you've got the athleticism in there of the likes of Balor, the likes of Andrade, obviously Ricochet, which is going to be amazing.
And Mustafa Ali. Don't forget him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And Mustafa Ali obviously hasn't been NXT champion, actually. He's the one who hasn't. He was on NXT, but obviously he has been 205 champion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so technically everyone's been a champion.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone on this has held a title at some point.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's how it should be, to be honest.
Yeah.
But can we talk about the one thing that is really... Sami Zayn, he has taken the place of Braun Strowman, thanks to the help of Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre, wasn't it?
Drew McIntyre, yeah. It was great. I mean, it was a good match, and you know what? They needed to do so. For me, problem is if Braun Strowman was in this match, like last year, it's that case of he's just so big and so dominant. How do you see somebody else winning it?
Exactly.
And they could have done it by having them all gang up and take him out. They could have tried.
That's what they did last year.
Take him out. And he still came back. Because the problem is it's not like the other night when they took him out and then Sami Zayn was dragged on top of him to pin him.
No.
That doesn't matter. You've got to take him out so that the guy is literally...
I swear,
is out cold.
Didn't last year, because I think wasn't Kevin Owens involved in the Money in the Bank match as well?
Yeah,
he basically ordered everyone else to take out Braun Strowman, and by the end of it... They
covered him in ladders, didn't they?
They covered him in ladders, but then by the end of it, basically Kevin Owens went flying. Oh, he climbed up that ladder, didn't he? Oh, God, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So... I mean, this is it. So you've got to actually, because you can't just take him out and pin him. You've got to take him out so he's actually unconscious and immobile. Yeah, and so I'm so glad they took him out of this. I'm so glad they took him out of it because I think there's better things they can do with him.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, he hasn't got a match now for Money in the Bank, but doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself involved in this. Especially when you've got three of them in there, where I've got a feeling he's now got a huge grudge against. Two of them he's had for quite a while.
Yeah, I like the Sammy heel turn. I mean, obviously, I say heel turn. He was heel when he went out, wasn't he? But but I think he's not just he's turned heel in a major way. I think it's great. I really like Sami Zayn. I think he's a massively underused guy. So I think I think it's good that he's in this.
I mean, I'm happy that it's in this as well because it kind of balances out the field as well. Like you said, we've now have got 4 high flyer wrestlers.
Yeah.
And now you've got 4. Well, that's how you put it. Well,
I don't know.
Andre.
Absolutely. I'd put him as I'd definitely put Andrade as a high flyer. He's amazing.
So you've got 5 high flyers and 4 2 quite strong ones and a Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Please, can you stop putting Baron Corbin in everything? We understand we don't like him. We don't need to be shown that we don't like him anymore. We already know that. And why is he still going with the whole... Grow your hair back, mate. Please.
I know.
I mean, I like his look. I like the whole vest stuff, but... I mean, I miss the old Baron Corbin because he was like something from, I don't know, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. I don't know. No. I know what you mean. I really dislike Baron Corbin, and for that reason I quite like Baron Corbin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Doesn't. You know what I mean?
I completely understand where you're coming from. It's like
done it. The last person I disliked as much as I disliked Baron Corbin was The Miz, when The Miz was at the height of his heelishness. And Baron Corbin is at that point. And because of that, you think, he's doing a really good job.
Yeah.
He's doing a really good job.
He's doing a good job being hated.
Yeah, when you've got that much heat, you've done your job well, and so fair play to him. But I think I don't know. I think this could be a cracker. I think I don't think it's got the attention it should have done this match, because I think this match could be a real good match.
So, mate, who do you think is
going to win?
Yes. Well, come on. You know what my last question is always going to be.
Who do you think and who?
Oh, wait. You swear to be twisting it, so I've got to say it first this time. Okay.
Yeah, you do it for once.
I'll do it first. Who do you
want?
I want Drew McIntyre to win it. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think he has got the momentum, but I think just for the fact, I feel like he is going to screw McIntyre again. I don't want him to have it, but like you said, the whole idea of a heel having it would make it better.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin. And I don't know why, but I can see him screwing over Drew McIntyre at the end of this, and those two having a rivalry against each other. That's mine. Right. What about you, mate?
I think you've got a good chance. I think Corbin's got a good chance, but I think, he was supposed to do more with it last time he won it, and then he did a few silly things outside the ring, didn't he? And got himself a bit of heat, and they stripped him, was what happened. And I do think maybe he's got himself back into a position, hopefully, where... I think you're right. I think Corbin could win it. For me, who do I want to win it? Probably Andrade.
Andrade.
I'd like to win it. I think Andrade could be great with Vega on the outside as well. I think he could be really good with it.
Actually, and that's the thing. This is looking at both of these. Ladder matches.
Yeah.
I think it is that opportunity for those. What the thing is, I love it more when it's a surprise. And the good thing about Money in the Bank that it's always usually a surprise from it. The thing is, it's someone that you think, okay, it's like for example, Carmella winning it. That was a surprise. Alexa Bliss, okay, not as much, but it kind of did take us back a bit, thinking, oh, she actually ended up winning this. I like that. That's the whole thing. So you know what, Mustafa Ali's going to end up winning it. According to the game, Randy Orton's going to be walking out as Mr. Money in the Bank again. I hope not. I really hope not. Please don't give it him. We'll see how it goes. So we got rid of our 2 Money in the Bank matches, mate. It is time to look at let's look at a couple of championship matches, I would say. And I think we're going to start off with, I'm going to be honest, the weaker of the two Becky Lynch matches. For the Raw Women's Championship, it is Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans. I mean, understand you need to give her someone to compete against, but apart from up to the end of, well, even in WrestleMania itself, what has Lacey Evans actually done apart from walk out and walk back in again?
Yeah.
And now she's got a championship. Is that how you get championships shots now? Because, I mean, I could do that. I want to shot. Wait, which one do I want to have a shot? Oh, I like Kofi and I like Seth.
I know.
Who's the US? Oh, no, I don't really want to face Samoa Joe. The guy who could break me like a twig.
I know what you mean. I think, for me, it's the weakest. I mean, number one, basically, she looks like Charlotte Light.
Charlotte
we haven't
Light.
seen much of her. You know what? She did a little bit on. She was okay on NXT.
Yeah.
For me, I think she was coming into her own on NXT. They then moved her on to. She made a debut really at Royal Rumble and botched it. You know. You go back and watch her Royal Rumble. Obviously, she came in at number one, which was a massive mistake. I don't know why they did that, but she effectively botched it. And then, since then, just did the whole walking up and down thing.
And walking out.
Which got a little annoying, but then I sort of forgave it because of the one she came down and planted Becky. I thought, oh, okay. All right, that's...
Okay, you gave her it was a punch that didn't really...
Yeah, the woman's right,
shake. That's the one thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit, was the whole point. Oh, you gave her the women's right, and pretty much Becky Lynch no-sold it. And looking, thinking, that's supposed to be your special. And she basically just looked at you. Is that all you've got?
So, I do feel that, I suppose that again the problem is the women's Money in the Bank match. Who would they take out of that to put into this? I suppose from Raw, isn't it? But and she's not going to drop it, is she? She's not going to drop the title against Lacey Evans.
No,
I don't think she's going to drop either title this month. No, I think she'll beat Charlotte as well. So she's not going to drop a title yet. They're going to keep the whole Becky 2 belt thing going for a while. Yeah, I think at least up to SummerSlam.
I was going to ask the question,
that the reasons. Yeah.
So the question that usually does come out from Money in the Bank, it depends on when the women's Money in the Bank match is. Yeah. Do you see? So you think Dana Brooke's going to win it? Well, let's go with that.
I'd like Dana Brooke to win it. Yeah.
You'd like Dana Brooke to win it. Can you see her trying to cash it in at Money in the Bank?
No.
We are going to be saying this for the next couple of pay-per-views, and you know it, mate.
Yeah, it's not going to be. Obviously, it was an early cash-in last year. It was on the night, wasn't it, last year? It won't be on the night this year. It won't be on the night this year. I don't think we're going to have an on-the-night cash-in this year at all. I think whoever wins it, and I think whoever wins the Money in the Bank, they're not going to cash in for Robert. I think it'll be the other side of Survivor Series. I just have a feeling that they're going to have a long run with a winning this year. Yeah.
So, I think both of us agree with this match. Becky Lynch is going to end up winning it.
Yes.
Oh, Lacey, you look a little bit angry there. I'm sorry, but you lost. According to the game.
Yeah.
Guess what? Becky Lynch is going to keep holding that title.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. It looks like there is... I feel like there is going to be some kind of rivalry between these two, and I hope there is. Just because I feel like... I think Lacey Evans
could be really good. I just think
she could be really good. I think it's just... Early. I don't think she deserves a championship shot yet.
No.
But, like you said, there's not really anyone else on Raw that you could do that. Like you said, there was still a little bit iffy and ahhing about Alexa Bliss to a point that she's been pulled out of the Money in the Bank match. So, and no offense, no one wants Nia Jax.
The problem is Ronda's gone.
Yeah.
For the moment. Yeah, so Ronda's off telly at the moment.
Yeah.
We don't know how long for, but yeah, she's off telly at the moment. So then you start thinking, who do they put in this match? And I think it's the problem. So should we start talking about the Charlotte one as well? Because I think they're linked, and I think we have to talk about the two together really on this.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. We'll do a rematch for this. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, the first match, Becky Lynch won anyway, but we'll talk about something else when it comes to the Charlotte match anyway. But yeah, let's talk about that.
Charlotte, because I think the Charlotte one linked to this, because the problem they've got is that they don't want her to drop. I don't think they want her to drop either title. And I think there was a lot of crap about when Charlotte won there was a fatal 3-way, was it? 4-way? A couple of weeks ago, she won the right to take on Becky.
I think it was
go back through 3 weeks now.
Give me a second, I can actually check because it will say
Charlotte, Becky. Not Becky. Charlotte was in it. Bayley was in it.
I think it was just Bayley versus Charlotte. That's it, mate.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
And everyone was up in arms afterwards. Oh, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Bayley should have won it. Bayley should have a chance. You know, we're going to watch Charlotte versus Becky again. I'm getting
sick of that.
Becky.
The thing is, but that was 2015.
I think we're all
was
sick
Sasha
of it.
Banks instead of Becky Lynch.
I think we're all sick of it. But if Bayley had won that match, and then they put Bayley in a match with Becky,
yeah,
Becky wins it. Where's that put Bayley? Was Bayley back exactly where she was? Okay. If Becky turns over Charlotte, we accept that. We cheer. Yay, Becky won. Okay.
Yay.
Charlotte's got beaten again. Boo to Charlotte.
Boo
Charlotte
to
then disappears, licks her wounds for a little while, but it means they've got to the pay-per-view without Becky having to beat anybody that were particularly bothered about her beating at this stage.
I mean, that's a good point. So, the thing is, like we said, out of the two of them, Charlotte Flair is the biggest threat. Simple enough. But like I said, you need her to have some kind of competition where we're looking at her thinking, yeah, she probably could lose it to this person, and she's probably bitten off more than she can chew. Yeah, we don't want Charlotte Flair to win it. Simple enough. No. But the thing is, she is easily the biggest threat for one of the championships at this time.
She is. If Bayley, and I think you get in a situation, because again, there was all this stuff. Oh, it's the same old WWE. I keep hearing that now. Same old WWE. It's the same matches. Vince promised us there was going to be new matchups and stuff like that. But actually, you know what? There's been a hell of a lot of new matchups underneath championship level. At championship level, there hasn't been so many new matches. Number one, that's because the people need to step up to the plate. But secondly, it's because you can't have Becky just beating everybody every week, because eventually she runs out of opponents.
Yeah.
So
to be honest, she's already reaching that point. We're looking at her thinking, who the hell is there to really compete against her? Yeah. The thing is,
so we're going to build a rivalry.
We're looking at the women's Money earlier with the Money in the Bank match. No offense. Yeah. All 8 of them there. I can't see them beating Becky Lynch. I really cannot see that happening.
No, you can't. You can't. And so they've got to build a rivalry. They've got to build a storyline that makes us believe. I'll be honest, with Lacey Evans, they've done a reasonably good job.
Yeah, well, they did a good job because they started it from the first week.
We're going into it, actually, this is somebody we've not really seen wrestle properly on the main roster before. Going into a major match against probably the hottest wrestler, in professional wrestler around at the moment.
Yeah.
And actually, they've done enough to make me care about this match, which is good. Yeah. But I think they would have had problem doing that with 2 people. So, this is going to be the problem once she's got the 2 belts. You've either got to build a storyline of somebody who's going to try and take both belts off her, or you've got to or you're building 2 storylines at the same time, and that's always going to be difficult for her. Particularly when they're floating between the 2 shows, as she seems
exactly. And especially, can we just talk about something about floating between the 2 shows as well? Before that, Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair, who do you think's going to win?
Becky's going to win.
I'm going to say Becky Lynch as well. We'll see how that goes later. But talk about floating between the two shows. The wild card rule.
I hate this.
Why?
I hate this. Yeah.
So I love how. Yes, okay, I've got a brilliant idea. No, you didn't have a brilliant idea. It's because these guys kept on showing up and they wouldn't listen to you.
That segment was good. I found that segment funny, and I thought, you know what? Actually, it's a good segment. I think we were 20 minutes into Raw. I think we were about 25, 30 minutes into Raw before we had a match that night, and I didn't really care because it was actually a really good. And when they kept showing up, it was like, you know what? This is funny, and it's good, and it's undermining Vince, and I like this.
You're part of Smackdown now. But you're not supposed to be here, Roman Reigns. Go away.
The problem is Roman's there every week, and it's like the whole. Well, I decided there could be 5 from this show, 5 from that show, but who decides that? And what do they do? Is it the 5 turn up? Because it seemed to be there's no real control. Roman's turning up where he wants. Yeah. Roman turns up where he wants. This week we saw the Usos turn up on SmackDown to help Roman. I quite liked that. I thought it was quite cool. Was cool. I was hoping The Rock would come out. But
he does not have a brand. He's his own brand now.
Yeah, but I think
he's been his own brand for a decade.
Yeah, I thought, but I like that. But you think, wait a minute, this isn't the way Vince had sold it, which we knew was trying to sell it, trying to get about the fact that nobody's listening to it, was 5 can turn up for this show or 5 can turn up from that show at any one time. But you think, well, who decides? That falls down to who decides which 5? What if 6 turn up one night? You know.
What I think what he says
doesn't
if more than 4 people show up, or I don't know how it goes with groups as well. If a tag team counts as 2 people or 1 people, I really don't know about that bit. He says that they'll get fined, whoever else shows up. I'm thinking, they're not listening to you now, mate. I mean, do you think the fine's going to stop them? Look at Lars Sullivan. He basically shown up and you changed your mind to make it from 3 to 4.
Yeah. I'm not keen on it, and I think, particularly for SmackDown, I think it's detrimental. It's only a 2-hour show, SmackDown. If you've got a 2-hour show, I know it's going to go up to 3 hours. Let's see how that works, but
at the moment, it's a 2-hour show. It is going to stick with 2 hours now.
Is it going to stick with 2 hours on?
They have actually come out and said that it's going to stick with 2 hours.
Yeah. It's a 2-hour show, and when you've got a 2-hour show where over a third of the matches involve Raw superstars, I think that's undermining the SmackDown brand.
It's undermining the whole brand split, full stop.
Yeah, it does. It does, for me.
What's the whole point of the superstar shake-up? I'm going to be at which... That was a bit of a letdown.
It was a farce anyway, because 3 of them moved back to SmackDown from Raw, which was interesting.
I'm just going to give an idea. Can we not do the superstar shake-up anymore? Can we have the WWE draft? I love that. That was actually fun.
I'd redraft every year. Yeah.
I love the whole draft. Just for the fact that I like the whole event where these guys are going to have a match against each other, representing Raw, representing SmackDown. Whoever wins, they get to pick next. I love that. That was actually a lot of fun. Not, let's see who shows up.
Yeah. I liked it.
It's The Miz.
More than... I would say it was a farce this year, really, because obviously Andrade and Aleister Black went to Raw and then went back to SmackDown. Obviously...
That was because of them.
We know the reason. Obviously Black went back because Selena Vega went back and they're married. I still think that's an odd couple. But it's an
interesting couple.
So I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's an odd couple. But I think I don't know. Anyway, so I think. But yeah, for me, Becky. So what's the next match? What we've got left?
So our next match, because well done, Lacey Evans. You didn't actually win that because we just did that as a replay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Let's go for the WWE Championship. It is our champion Kofi Kingston versus
Oh,
Kevin Owens. He did it!
Yeah.
He did it at WrestleMania. He is now the WWE Champion. Oh, come on. I think... Oh, I love the whole point of it where we went through WrestleMania and said, it can't happen. WWE will not give us that much happiness. WWE gave us that much happiness.
It was a bizarre WrestleMania. It really
They
was,
gave us everything we wanted and then pretty much tried to take it away on the first week we went in.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I think I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I think this match looks like an interesting match. I'm glad Kevin Owens is back. Obviously, I'm glad Kevin Owens is back in the main picture.
I'm glad he's back a heel.
Yeah, absolutely. I was quite interested for a couple of weeks, but he's better as Kevin Owens should be a heel. That's what he's a prize fighter, isn't he? But yeah, so I think this could be a good match. Just wondering where they're going with it. I wonder where they're going with it. I mean, I think Kofi's going to win.
Yeah, same here.
I can't see them taking it off Kofi this quickly. Yeah, but at the same time, Kevin does still need to be at the top. So I think it's interesting.
Have you noticed that Kofi Kingston's had more defense of the championship than Brock Lesnar had in this whole year?
I know. Yeah.
I mean, that's saying something. That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Thinking, so who's he had? So he's had Seth Rollins, which I'm happy that match went into a no contest. I do not want an undisputed championship. Because you could only see that going one way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then he faced Daniel Bryan again, didn't he?
He has failed that. He has faced Daniel Bryan. He's also faced. He's had more. He's had a few, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had a couple. I don't remember. So, well, either way, he's still holding the championship, which is nice to see. And like I said, with the whole Kevin Owens idea of it, is that he basically helped because Big E's injured. Which, I agree. And I think Xavier Woods is kind of injured now as well. After all,
they're saying that. I know. I think
he's storyline injured.
Yeah.
Thanks to Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to do a power bomb onto the ring apron again.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
I know you can't really do that. Is it? Like I said, I've been half focused. I know what's happening here. He did
do a pop-up power bomb on.
He did one. Oh, thank God, it's back.
He did do it on Xavier Woods. That's why Xavier Woods is injured. What they're saying is he's not completely fit. Is what they're saying, isn't it?
Is that why he's not doing it at the moment? Because Kevin Owens isn't fit enough to do it. Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Because no offense, I'm happy that you're doing a stunner, but it's not you, Owens. It really is not you. You have your move, and hopefully you'll be well enough to do that at Money in the Bank. Maybe not. We don't know what's going on. But I mean, I feel sorry for Kevin Owens. He didn't have a match at WrestleMania. No KO Mania this year. I mean, and then he had Sami Zayn help him out as well.
Yeah.
Was it this week or last week? I think he came either way.
This week, Sami Zayn. Sami's sort of come out last couple of weeks, hasn't he? He came out majorly this week, which I thought was quite good. So I like that. I like the fact they're friends still.
I think that they'd make a great tag team. Simple enough.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that we have missed quite a lot this last year. Was when they both ended up getting injured.
Well, pretty much the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know Sammy was planned and Kevin wasn't so much, but
yeah.
So still
thanks
showing.
to Bobby Lashley. Where are you now, Bobby Lashley? Seriously, where is Bobby Lashley?
I don't think he's on this one, is he?
No, he isn't.
Yeah.
He would usually be going against for the Intercontinental Championship, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now he hasn't got his little cheerleader with him either, so.
Yeah, it's just good.
Yes. Yeah, I can't miss him. It was a little annoying little prick, I'm going to be honest.
It's supposed to be nice. It is job well, I suppose. If you know that way.
The thing is, you knew it was going to be trouble when he was even in NXT.
Yeah.
The thing is, it was already causing a lot of trouble there, where it was on about, it was Emma being let go or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And seriously, bad time to do any kind of tweet like that, mate. And especially when you're in NXT, when you've just started in NXT. You've not even got your foot in yet, mate. Don't do something that's stupid.
He's a slightly overconfident young man, isn't he? We say.
But,
let's put it that way.
A lot of horror stories at the back room for him. We really do not have much to say about this. I think it's kind of obvious what is happening here. I feel like this is going to be I feel like it's going to be a good match. Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston. I think they both put on brilliant matches themselves.
Yeah,
It'll be great to see what they do together.
It could be really good. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good match.
So, I think Kofi Kingston's going to win it as well. You think Kofi Kingston's going to win it?
Yeah.
Almighty God, known as WWE 2K19, thinks that Kevin Owens is going to win it. Why do we question this game sometimes? I mean, I think the game's actually got a better track record than us now. I think the past couple of games have had a better track record than us. Kevin Owens walking out as WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to that. I mean, I would love to see Kevin Owens.
It's a possibility. It's a definite possibility. I just think it's a little bit too quick to take it off him.
It's a little bit too quick to take him off him, but I want Kevin Owens to win one of the main championships again. And I would love to. It's going to be WWE. I think even if he doesn't win tonight, he will probably win at whatever the next pay-per-view is going to be called.
I think this is obviously going to rumble on this rivalry for a while. I think.
Yeah. So, like I said, we have got the Smackdown Women's Championship now on screen. We've already spoken about this, of course. Both of us think Becky Lynch is going to walk out as champion still. We're hoping. So, So I feel like let's talk about something is quite similar to the whole thing. What is happening here? Let's talk about Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah.
Are you? I'm not going to look at I'm not going to look at a kid show ever again the same way.
I think Firefly Funhouse has been one of the best things on Raw or SmackDown for the last few weeks. It's
the best thing on WWE at the moment. Yeah. I mean, I think it's the only thing that's really got me. No, I feel like it's the only thing that's really got my interest at the moment in WWE.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a little bit of a burnout from what has happened at WrestleMania. Wowie, man. I've got a feeling, do not say that 3 times, or he will come and show up.
I know.
Bray Wyatt. Let's go from the beginning of this whole thing, and then we'll go to what happened at the end of it. A different twist on Bray Wyatt, full stop. So, if people haven't seen it yet, we do recommend go and watch at least the Firefly Funhouse segments of the past couple of it's been about a month or two now.
Yeah.
Go watch it. We recommend just go watch it. If you know who Bray Wyatt is, it will basically boggle your mind. Because even though it's supposed to seem all happy and friendly, you know something dark is behind all that. And you knew it from the very beginning, just because of who he is.
You knew it was going to go dark.
Yeah.
Why did it go dark?
He had a chainsaw on the first episode.
He did.
He cut himself in half. Well, he cut a cardboard cutout of himself in half. Not himself.
Yeah.
WWE haven't gone that far yet.
No.
I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. I think it has been. It's Bray Wyatt. The thing is, the guy is great when it comes to his promos. I think it's just. I think his booking's just been a little bit lackluster, unfortunately.
Yeah, it has, and I think fair play to WWE and Vince for allowing, him to basically take control of this promo, because this is all Bray Wyatt. You can tell that.
Yeah, you can tell straight away. And I mean, it's nice that he's not doing the whole cult thing anymore, I guess.
No, well, I don't know. We don't really know where this is going, do we? Yeah.
I can definitely tell it's not going down a cult thing just because of what happened at the end of the year. So, spoilers ahead. Like I said, if you have not seen any of the Firefly Funhouse stuff, pause it here, right now. Yeah. Go watch them.
Go and look at it,
and then come back.
Yeah.
Right, you guys have been warned. You've been warned about it. We are going to talk what happened at the end of that. He had a little secret for us. I think you could already see that it was going to get twisted after. Is it Rambling Rabbit? I don't remember the rabbit's name.
Yeah, Rambling Rabbit got eaten the week before, didn't it?
You knew what Mercy the Buzzard was eating beforehand. You could already see it at the beginning. He's at the rabbit. He is definitely at the rabbit, and at least we know the rabbit. How did he survive that? I'm talking about a puppet.
He put that together, didn't he, this week?
He had a bandage on his eye.
No, I thought.
Oh, man.
I've really enjoyed these segments. Are going to be great.
Well, I mean, we knew where it was building up to, and we saw it at the end. And I feel like, I mean, it creeped me out. No matter what, it did creep me out. And I think that's what the whole aim of it was. I think it's simple enough. He's done a brilliant job. It's be interesting to see. I've got a feeling we're going to see something more of it on Money in the Bank. If not, of course, on Raw on Monday.
Yeah, I think we'll see something on Money in the Bank.
We've got to see something at one of the two. Yeah. Either if it's just Bray Wyatt showing up. But I'm intrigued. I want to see where this. I really do want to see where this goes. I cannot see. Yeah. At this stage, I cannot see where it's going. Can you?
No.
I mean, what is he going to do?
I am definitely
Who's going to be his first victim?
Yeah. Well, how's it going to be? Is he going to show up in the ring? Is it going to be Hulk go black and he turns up or not? Or what? I don't know.
Right, you know what? Let's do this, because we are a predictions podcast here, mate.
Yeah.
And I know we have these hard choices sometimes. Who do you think the new Bray Wyatt's first victim is going to be?
So I think SmackDown or Raw. It's been Raw. So we don't know that. SmackDown or Raw.
Well, his promos have been on Raw,
but they've also been on SmackDown. They've repeated them on SmackDown. Because you just wonder whether he's going to turn up in the Kofi.
Oh shit! His first victim could be Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. Well, it could be both of them, couldn't it? But I just wonder. At the moment, I'm wondering whether, as I say, he could well be. You know.
All right, I've got an idea. What if he shows? Oh god! Oh my god! Now you've opened that door. I can actually see him doing it on quite a few of the matches that we've got on our list.
No, he could turn up any of them.
The only place where I can see him really turning up myself is the Miz versus Shane McMahon match.
Possible.
Because it's in a cage. There is no escape.
Yeah.
But I can't. I can't. I really.
Yeah, I know. It could be.
It's difficult because it needs to. I can't picture who his first victim could be, because it's got. We don't even know if he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy.
Well, we've got an idea.
Well, he's going to be a bad guy, of course. Simple enough.
He didn't look like a good guy, did he? Yeah.
I don't know. He had that huge smile. He looked really happy, mate.
He definitely looks pretty pleased with himself.
He reminds me of the Boogeyman. No, I think a lot of people have actually been saying, you know, Batman, the Joker. In one of the comic books, basically they had Joker's face or something like that. Basically, that's what that reminds a lot of people of, just Joker's face, skin. Yeah. That's it. I mean, I think that's where it kind of creeped me out a little bit, was that whole point just there. But
it was very, very well done. Absolutely.
Right, so according to the match, mate, Charlotte Flair's going to win it. We both think Becky Lynch, simple enough.
Yeah.
We've got one more match, but we are going to be talking about the rest of the matches because there is still quite a few we're going to talk about. So, first of all, let's go through the wrestlers and then we will talk about the Universal Championship itself. So let's have a look here. Let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. And we have got the Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Daniel Bryan and Eric Warren versus the Usos. So, I thought the Usos were on Raw now.
Yeah, they were.
So this is the kickoff match, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So does that mean the Usos are on SmackDown? I don't.
Oh, I have no idea.
Just
gets confusing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, mate, who do you think's going to win, Usos or Team? I'm not going to say Team Green because we're Team Green.
Yeah, I can't see Daniel Bryan and Rowan losing them yet. I think. No,
I can't.
This is a perfect way to do something with Daniel Bryan. You know, he's just come off a title run. This, for me, is a good way of keeping him out of that title picture, but at the same time, not downgrading him particularly.
He still has a championship, but he's not. Yeah, I agree, mate. I feel like I don't see Team Bryan, Captain Planet, whatever they want to be called. Give them a name. Yeah, screw them. Next match, Cruiserweight Championship. Why does this always show up? Tony Nese versus Arya Daivari. Do you remember Daivari?
Yeah, well, they're all popping back up again, aren't they, a little bit? I do remember Daivari. I remember Tony Nese when and it was like they sort of started. You know, when 205 Live started, they were both of these quite high up, weren't they? And then it just disappeared a little bit, and I don't know. I'm just
going to say this. I'm a little bit upset that bloody hell, I forgot his name.
Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, he's not champion anymore. I think he was a brilliant champion.
No, but he's come, but he's supposed to be coming across the main roster, isn't he?
Oh, okay, yeah. So 205 Live, you have now been in the same place as NXT.
NXT.
That's not a bad thing.
He came over on the shake-up. He's not actually, as far as I remember, I can't remember him actually being on the main roster yet. So I think he's officially come across, but he hasn't actually had a match yet.
Okay.
Or done any promo work.
Oh God, I remember that now. Yeah, I remember he did. He just did a little promo thing, didn't he?
But it was one of those like.
I'm on my way.
From Sanity. Yeah, it's like separate event. What's there for Sanity? Where they did the shake up and they went, oh, well, by the way, there's these people as well. And it was like,
seriously, bring back the WWE draft. We don't need Superstar shake up. It's a dumb idea, mate.
It is.
Yeah. Next match, United States. We never actually said who we think going to win. I think we don't care. Let's say Tony Nese. There you go.
Yeah.
United States Champion Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. It's a repeat
I think maybe
of
Ray
WrestleMania.
picks this up. Yeah, I'm wondering whether, obviously, the problem with WrestleMania was Mysterio should never have wrestled that match.
No, he was
not
injured.
fit. You know, they did it as a squash match, because obviously he wanted to be there, and I get that. But for me, I don't know. I wouldn't have done that.
I think it damaged him more than good.
I think
at
it did.
WrestleMania.
To have Samoa Joe put him over that fast.
I mean, Samoa Joe's good, but
I know
still
they
Rey
built up it was
Mysterio.
injured. Yeah, I know they built up he was injured and said they made a big thing about the fact he was injured. So people knew that. It wasn't like they pretended he wasn't, but
it took
either
1
way,
minute.
I just felt. Yeah, was it even that long? Yeah.
According to this, it took 1 minute.
Yeah. So for me, I think I would. I think maybe Mysterio wins this one.
So Mysterio's going to win, but I've got a feeling Dominic's going to help in a way myself.
Dominic's going to be involved, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I think.
Match we was on about Miz versus Shane McMahon, steel cage match. Look, if it is anything, if it's half as good as what happened at WrestleMania, I am really looking forward to this match. That
was a good match.
That was, I would say, probably one of the better matches of WrestleMania this year. And I think we kind of, I said it when we did the predictions. Always do not underestimate a Shane McMahon match. Every year Shane McMahon has had a match at WrestleMania. It's always been a brilliant match, and it was another brilliant match.
People need to remember with Shane. Shane could do stuff that other
He's a psychopath.
Well, the thing is as well, Shane can do stuff that other superstars can't. Right?
Yeah.
If Shane injures himself and puts himself out for 18 for a year because he does something in the ring that injures himself really badly, or he's off telly for a year, or he's not wrestling for a year, then Shane McMahon is still Vince McMahon's son. He's not exactly going to, go broke. He can still afford to pay the rent, can't he?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
If one of the normal wrestlers puts themselves out for 6 months to 12 months, that's massively detrimental. It's detrimental for their careers, it's detrimental for their careers, full stop, because they've been off telly for that long. But also, there are issues with contracts and breaks in contracts and stuff like that. So it could be, they need to, So that's the thing people forget with Shane. He can do stuff that the others can't do because he doesn't have to worry about his safety as much, which is why he jumps off stuff. And that match against the Miz was an absolute cracker, and I think this could be as well. I mean, he's obviously going to jump off the top of the cage. So I think this could be a quite hidden gem actually in this pay-per-view.
I think it's definitely one of the matches to keep an eye on. So far, what we people wondering what I'm doing at the moment on the screen. The match ended up quite quickly. According to this, Seth's going to win by counter. I doubt he is.
No.
You know what? I had one more match left in the bag, which was the match that we're talking about now. Is the Miz versus Shane McMahon. So we might as well put that on for the screen while we're talking about the rest of these and a little bit of the usual bits. Who do you think is going to win, Miz or Shane McMahon? I'm going to put that out.
I don't know. I think obviously, the Miz should have won at WrestleMania. It was a technicality, he didn't, but it just
he had his arm over him.
It just happened to Shane fell on top of him.
I mean, come on, that was a brilliant ending to that.
It was.
These guys have destroyed each other, and he still ends up winning. Okay, fair enough.
No, I'm not arguing with
him.
Shane, I wasn't upset with that ending. I didn't feel bad about that ending. I think maybe the Miz wins this one, and it's sort of the end of the storyline.
I really do not see the end to the storyline. The thing is, the problem with Shane McMahon is
they
he can go on both.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's already got a side of him facing Roman Reigns at the same time. We completely forget about that.
Yes, is it? I wonder whether Shane's moving on to something on Raw now. I don't know. So on SmackDown, because he's the Miz is now on Raw. Let's wait and see, I suppose.
Talking about Roman Reigns, he has a match against the talented Elias.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, no, fuck you, Elias. I remember what you did in the UK. You can get lost.
What about City shit? Liverpool.
Oh, fuck up. No. I had so much respect for Elias until it was Sunday. It's not even been a week. I am still pissed off with that. Fuck you, Elias. Roman Reigns is going to win. If you ever want to know how I can basically make me want to say that Roman Reigns is going to win a match, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Elias.
That was quickly done.
Let's talk a little bit about we've got to. I'm pissed off still. So Roman Reigns versus Elias. This basically kicked off with the whole point of the Superstar Shake-Up. Vince McMahon was introducing the biggest acquisition in SmackDown history. And Elias came out.
Yeah.
And then Roman Reigns came out and he punched Vince McMahon, didn't he?
Superman punched Vince McMahon.
Yeah. I mean,
which is, brave.
The guy's old. Don't do that. I mean, a lot of us would probably want him to retire and give Triple H the reins, but don't punch him. He's old.
I don't mind Vince. I don't necessarily want Vince to retire. I'm not one who wants Vince to retire. I think I like Vince. I like the Mr. McMahon thing. What I just wish is that he would allow. Just loosen his hold on creative, because I don't think when it comes to creative he's not as good as he was. And I think you look at what's gone on with NXT and you think but the reason the Road Dogs effectively left their record was because he was sick of the fact that every time that Vince would come into creative on a Tuesday before SmackDown and go, I've been thinking about it and we're going to do it this way now. Which meant as the lead writer, he was never the lead writer. And then everybody blamed Road Dogg for the fact that some of the storylines were a bit naff.
It wasn't, it was Vince McMahon.
And Vince keeps overruling him.
The thing is, like I said, he needs to step back from that. I mean, come on, still be on Raw, be on SmackDown. I like the character, like you said, but I feel like it is time to hand the torch over to Triple H. You've seen what he has done with NXT. NXT, which it still is a developmental. It is, a lot of people count it as the third brand of WWE now.
Yeah,
because it's just that good. And it's like to a point. I think June. Is it June the 6th or something like that? NXT Takeover 25, I think it is.
Something like that. Yeah. Which is going to be a corker, and already
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Well, by the way, that is the next pay-per-view. I just realised. It is NXT. It's NXT's. Which, I mean, a lot of people are really... I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be in Connecticut as well, at the home of WWE. Well, is it still home of WWE? I know they're not at the office anymore.
Have they moved out? Have they actually moved out of Time Towers? I know they're selling Time Towers. I'm not sure they've moved out. They are staying within Connecticut. I don't think they've moved out yet.
Yeah. I know they are. Yeah.
I know they are. They are on to move out.
But anyway, mate, let's go back to this. Roman Reigns versus Elias. Who do you think is going to win? You already know my idea. Even though I hate the guy, I want to say Elias.
God, I want Reigns to win this.
Oh God, now I know how other cities felt when they sung songs about their sports teams. Sore subject. It's all right, but it was the Sunday. It was hours after the Premier League. I mean, come on. Sorry, let's move on. And of course, the Universal Championship: Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. I mean, it's a dream match. A lot of people have been waiting for this to happen.
Yeah.
But the last time we said that was Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. So
yeah, these dream matches never seem to actually turn out to.
It turns into a nightmare.
As good as we hope they are. Yeah.
Mm. But
so we'll wait and see.
Look, at least let's talk about that one thing from that. Brock Lesnar is not Universal Champion anymore.
Yay.
It was the first match of WrestleMania.
I know. Well, apparently he wasn't happy, was he?
Because he wasn't the last match. I'm thinking...
He wanted to be the last match.
Brock.
And they said he couldn't be the last match. I know. That sums him up, doesn't it? Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But, yeah.
It
wouldn't be out of character for the man.
It won't be out of character, but I'm hoping it's an act, because it just shows how much of a dick he is.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that Brock Lesnar has disappeared for now. Really am.
Yeah.
Because... I mean, we have the Universal Championship back. Well done, Raw. You have now got a major championship again.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins, we knew he was going to end up walking out of it. There's no way they were going to give Brock Lesnar that championship again. No way.
No, absolutely.
He shouldn't have been given it at the World Cup in the first place. He should have...
No. Problem is that they had that problem, didn't they, what to do. With Roman obviously going
Give
out.
It to
he was giving it
Strowman.
back. Yeah, I think that's what we have liked. But they've obviously got ideas and storylines, and Brock didn't really have a storyline. I think that's the bottom line, isn't it?
So, according to the match, by the way, Shane McMahon's going to win. I forgot to say that. We're just playing in the background because we've got a few little bits to talk about. But yeah, anyway, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, who do you think is going to win?
Seth, I reckon.
I'm going to say Seth Rollins as well. I feel like you're going to give him a bit of chance with the championship. Have him have a little bit of a run around with it. And until someone should... I like a lot of people's rumours at the moment that Dean Ambrose is going to show up at Money in the Bank.
There's talk, isn't there? Not as Dean Ambrose, though.
No, he's going to be himself, pretty much.
Yeah. Which is anyone who's ever seen it, he's a far darker version of himself than Dean Ambrose, you know. So it's, so that'd be interesting. I don't see it personally, but I don't see it. For me, I know people are saying it because they made a big fuss about him going and they've not done that on it before and stuff like that. For me, I think the main reason for that is because his wife is a major contributor to the show and I didn't want to upset his wife.
Well, at the same time, we've got this was about 15 hours ago. This is on it's on a couple of wrestling news sites at the moment. Jack Swagger thinks Dean Ambrose will be debuting with AEW soon. AEW doesn't actually have a foothold. Well, they've got their is it Double or Nothing?
You've got Double or Nothing, haven't they? Soon, which is going to be on ITV, I think, isn't it?
ITV box office.
Yeah, and then ITV are going to have the match, which is interesting. Obviously, ITV had WCW before, and in the States, it looks like it's going to be on Ted Turner.
Yeah,
TNT. So it's interesting. Blast from the past.
Talking about
AEW aren't the concern yet that they could be in the future. I don't think. And I think the point is he will have. He will have a 90-day So all WWE stars when they finish have a 90-day cool down. So basically 3 months. Before he turns up.
So I guess his contract finished on WrestleMania, or was it the night after?
Yeah,
WrestleMania?
A couple of weeks after, wasn't it? I think it was a week after or something officially, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he had his last match, didn't he, with as the Shield.
So by the end of June, beginning of July, before he's technically free. And whilst we have seen people in the past break that, I don't think he would want to get one because his wife's on the show still.
Yeah, he doesn't want to
There's
cause trouble
obviously
for
quite
his
a lot.
wife.
There's a lot of respect, and I think everybody, including Dean Ambrose, expects to come back at some point. So you don't want to burn your bridges. Yeah, to that extent.
He's basically left because he wants to. That is the simple reason. Yeah. And I give Dean Ambrose, he's done brilliantly, and I feel like he wasn't used as much as I feel like he should have been.
He had a great run.
He had a great run,
a couple of really good runs.
Well, he basically took the WWE Championship to Smackdown, didn't he? Yeah. That's how the Universal Championship got formed.
He had a good run. He had a good run with that title as well.
Mm. Oh yeah. And then AJ Styles showing up.
But I do feel it. Yeah, it's just felt that I think he just felt that it's the character, and he wasn't going anywhere with it. You know, they seemed to go backwards with the whole Shield reunion thing, which seemed for him, I think, was a case of just going a little bit backwards.
The things you don't want to go back to. The thing is, the Shield is over and done with, and I completely agree with that. The thing is, they're all brilliant individually now. They don't need to be that thing. I mean, the Shield is going to be well, it is something of Hall of Fame standard already. It is up there with like Evolution and whatever Triple H has made and whatever Triple H has made and whatever Triple H has made. He makes a lot of stables. I've just noticed that. But I mean, whatever he decides to do, by all means, it'll be great to see. If he shows up at Money in the Bank, it'll be great as his new character, himself actually.
Yeah,
John
Moxley character.
Yeah, if he joins AEW, by all means, that is a great signing for AEW. A really good signing. And I said it's great that ITV are going to be having AEW. It's no offense to its World of Sport. I don't think it was as good as people were expecting. So give it to people who know what they're doing, and that is AEW. I mean, and talking about UK TV rights, by the end of this year, Sky are not going to have the WWE rights anymore. They're going to BT Sport. I mean, I barely watch the live shows anymore, the Raw and SmackDown. I usually watch the highlights nowadays myself.
Oh, I tend to watch. I do watch the live. I don't watch it live. I record it live and watch it back because I prefer the live version to the not live version, so I get a little bit more.
But I'm going to be honest. This is probably going to. I'm not going to get BT Sports. I'm going to be honest. I just for WWE. It's not offense to WWE. BT, it doesn't tell me to get BT Sports.
No, I already have BT Sports. I'm okay with that anyway. But, as I say, but yeah, I think the thing is, I think people I know who are really WWE that don't have Sky now, don't worry too much because there's that much footage now gets put out on Facebook. That's on YouTube that they have.
By WWE themselves.
Yeah, by WWE themselves. You can pretty much piece together the main plot points of that, Just having the network, it's not necessarily a detrimental thing anymore.
Yeah. 1 minute. I'm trying to get the list of pay-per-views because, like I said, even though we know that it is more than likely going to be NXT next, especially when we're at the end of May now. It's nice to see what is going to be the next main. I've got a feeling it's going to be the Saudi Arabia thing. I really have a bad feeling in my stomach. So, where is it? Upcoming event schedule. Thank you very much. So, of course, May 19th, we've got Money in the Bank. This is at the XL Arena in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Then June the 1st, it is NXT TakeOver 25 at Bridgeport in Connecticut. A network exclusive. So, we're going to do a little quick predictions of that, mate? Or we might as well. We do NXT, don't we? When is June the 1st?
Yeah.
What day's June the 1st?
I think that's a Monday, isn't it, June the 1st?
It's a Monday. We
Rings
could
a
do it
bell.
on the weekend.
Is it a Monday? Yeah. I don't remember, it rings
20...
a bell. Oh no, June the 1st is Saturday, isn't it?
It's a Saturday.
Let me check.
We'll sort something out. If we are doing something, you guys will know. For that one, okay?
It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. One more than
yeah,
that.
that's trying to figure out. Yeah.
And then June the 7th. No, why this? This was great in Australia. Why are you putting it there now? Super Showdown, June the 7th. It is in Saudi Arabia. And then a couple of weeks after that, Stomping Grounds. The next main pay-per-view is called Stomping Grounds. What's WA? What's WA? Washington, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got Extreme Rules, July the 14th. And then the next one is August 10th and 11th, and that is SummerSlam in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
So, a nice looking summer we've got ahead of us, mate. Really nice. We've got two NXT matches, two NXT pay-per-views. Of course, SummerSlam, Extreme Rules, which, alright. A new pay-per-view, I don't know how Stomping Grounds is going to work, and one that I really do not give a damn about because I still don't understand why it's out in Saudi Arabia. Seriously, I'm hoping this is the last time we're doing this. Oh no, it's not. We've got another one coming in November. Fuck you, WWE.
Saudi. It's a 5-year contract, isn't it, Saudi?
I thought it was a 3-match contract. Why did they extend it?
I think it's years. I might be wrong.
3-year contract?
I think it's years. Yeah. I think it's like 3 years or something like that. So, I think.
Anyway.
And they'll extend it. If it brings money in, they'll extend it.
They'll extend it, I know.
It's
Anyway, mate.
I mean, it's worth a fortune, isn't it? That's why we've got the likes of... They're bringing back the likes of The Undertaker again and Goldberg.
Goldberg. No! No!
Because that was such a successful run. So,
and then on that note, thank you guys for joining us for WWE Predictions. Thank you for joining us for the CTG Wrestlecast. Hopefully, this is going to be a great pay-per-view in our opinions. Money in the Bank has always been one that really shined for us. And we will be back more than likely for NXT 25 and Super Showdown, whatever. We'll try and combine them both together. And until next time, Hanksy, thank you for joining me, mate. And to you guys,
anytime.
Like, comment, and subscribe to us here at Crave Your Game. And goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I don't want to go back to Saudi Arabia. Oh, it sucks.
I know.
Last time we had the World Cup, you remember what happened there? It was hell.
Well,
it was
these
terrible.
were good. Yeah, the Greatest Royal Rumble was terrible. They're house shows, and I think you have to see it as house shows. You know.
I'm trying to, but I'm still struggling, mate. I'm still struggling.
Yeah. They are just house shows, really.
Stupid.
Yeah.
The Australian one was good. You better not ruin Super Showdown.
Australia was alright. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't ruin the name. It was a good one. Well, let's go back to Australia. They were fun.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. That was great. I think it was at yours one time for that. Yeah.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. I thought Australia was alright. I think, but, it's money, isn't it?
Oh well.
It's all about money.
It's all about the monies.